This is Moritz. Literacy begins with the alphabet, and indeed one could fill an entire library only with books related to the 26 characters as used in picture books for toddlers or font books by and for typographers. However, in this episode I will present within 4 categories 7 artist books that made use of the abecedary in different ways. A. Associated to pictures, photographs and paintings. B. Within a spatial or urban context. C. In decomposed texts. And D. As individual letter for the title of a book. ABC, bilder från A till Ö, images from A to Ö, by Horst Tulloskorpi, was published in 1984 in Stockholm and combines the characters of the alphabet with photographs made by the author. Some of the letters match several pictures, some remain unillustrated as the W, X and Z, but the book includes as well the Swedish vowels Å, Ä and Ö. The book opens with a portrait of a child related to the letter A, that stands for ansikte, face, followed by B for batar, boat, C for cyklar, bike, D for de, to breastfeed, etc. The editing seems at first sight arbitrary, but is very precise and full of double meanings, as one can conclude from the glossary on the last page that decodes the topic of these beautifully printed black and white photographs depicting Nordic craft traditions, nature and lifestyle from about 50 years ago. The lavishly illustrated book ABC für Kinder mit der Kunst, Abecedary for Children with the Arts, published in 2013 by German conceptual artist Hans-Peter Feldmann, is based on a similar concept. Alphabetically listed terms are illustrated with paintings, most of them from 20th century masters, reaching from A as album with Manet, angler with Guillemin, and accordion with Mazarel, to Z as cigarette with Schlichter, Zehen, which means toes, with Magritte, and Zugbrücke, drawbridge, with Van Gogh. The book contains a total of 732 paintings by Bacon, Balthus, Beckmann, Botero, Magritte, Manzoni, Mondrian, Munch, Warhol, Watteau, Wesselmann, Wunderwald, among many others as listed in the glossary at the end of the book. As a lesson in art, the book is full of wit, as one concludes from Pollock's drip painting that illustrates the term Gewirr, German for confusion, of Bacon's portrait of Isabelle Ronstron, illustrating the term komisch, German for bizarre. The abecedary is followed by a section that combines the names of 9 colors, including the color blonde, according to the already known scheme, which is then completed by illustrating the numbers from 1 to 12. The second category presents 2 abecedaries in a spatial context. London-based Italian graphic designer Roberto Beretta realized in 2008, together with photographer Andreu Llorens, a picture book in which the ABC appears in the public realm as font of urban life. Titled on the spine with the placeholder sentence that includes all the letters of the alphabet, "The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog," each of the pages illustrates one, as they hide somewhere in the city, as markings on roads, sport fields and parks, in street furniture, fences and entrances to the underground, on rooftops as antenna, religious symbol or gutter, as part of the construction in a connecting bridge, in a scaffolding, in a fire escape or a brick wall, as a branch fork, a reflection in a facade, or as the backside of a service store. In short, a most handsome and imaginative book. The Abecedary by Austrian artist Heimo Zobernik was made between 1990 and 92. By using the font Helvetica Black in a 115 cm large adhesive vinyl foil, he tagged, on the occasion of his very first solo exhibition in the United States in 1990, the Robin Lockett Gallery in Chicago, the entrance with the uppercase letter A. Following the progression of the alphabet, all of his forthcoming exhibitions in galleries, museums, institutions, and alternative spaces were marked in a similar way. After exhibitions in Cologne, Nice, Paris, Munich, New York, Klagenfurt, Vienna, Villach, Moscow, Innsbruck, Zurich, Ljubljana, and Warsaw, the series ended in 92, 25 venues later at Documenta 9 in Kassel with the letter Z, as for Zobernik. That was here applied on the counter to check tickets outside the Frederizianum. Zobernik documented his interventions in black and white photographs that all showed parts of each venue's spatial configuration, and presented the series first in 93 as slide projection, as well in 26 small black and white photoprints. The artist's book Farben Alphabet, published in 2018, presented the Abecedary for the first time in book form, together with another elderly work made in 1987 entitled Farben, that I have discussed in a previous episode dedicated to tautological books. The Abecedary in the third category is based on the conceptual principle to alphabetically rearrange all the words used in a book. In fact, quite some artists have adopted this principle, but the one by Finnish artist Mikko Kuorinki, published in 2012 by the Austrian imprint Mark Prenzinger, is probably the most adequate, seeing the title his book is based upon. Michel Foucault's The Order of Things, Archaeology of the Human Sciences. Ordered on 432 pages from A, 2091 times in lowercase and 60 times in uppercase, to Sophutorum as the very last word, Kuorinki's work offers an unexpected new reading of a book that has anchored the French structuralist school of thought. British artist Simon Popper published a version of James Joyce's Ulysses 6 years earlier in 2006, based on the same conceptual principles. On 730 pages, all words, capitalized or lowercase, are alphabetically rearranged. Compared with Kuorinki, Popper's book also contains a chronological listing of all dates and numbers, as well as all punctuation marks that have been used in the original text. Last but not least, the illustrated essay, A Die with 26 Faces, published in 2019 by the Swiss graphic designer Louis Luthi, guides the reader through his collection of alphabet books, that is, books with letters for titles. The narrator, L, took his inspiration from Joyce's Ulysses, and to be more precise, from the third chapter, during which the poet Stephen Didalas walks along Sandymount Strand reflecting on alphabet books. Quote, "Have you read his F? Oh yes, but I prefer Q. Yes, but W is wonderful. Oh yes, W." End quote. Luthi's collection comprises so far 34 volumes, including 2 triples with the letters A and C, and 5 doubles with the letters K, M, S, V, and X. However, one letter was still missing in his book collection, the letter L of his own name, that adorns now the cover of his book. A Die with 26 Faces is somehow a library on its own in book form, a playful mediation on contemporary literature, typography, and book collecting. Since the first author discussed in this segment, the Swedish photographer Horst Tulloskorpi, published in 1984 also a picture book dedicated to numbers, titled at vår tre bilder från until 1000, 1, 2, 3, pictures from 1 to 1000, we hopefully can expect soon a second volume of this talented graphic designer. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.